it seems that here is going to last. No, we are waiting for this match to start, but it seems to be a really kind of a big problem, but we don't really know. We have some volunteers just checking the robot, and they are checking something in the motor, it seems.
And so while we are waiting for some of this lag time between these matches, even though you see one going on right now, we're going to take you away from this action. After this 2 minutes, we're going to have our next interview lined up with Carlos Garcia. He's one of our sponsors as well, coming from TE Connectivity, and eventually we're going to get to him. But for the last minute and 50 seconds of this match, we've got a very tight game right now between both of these red and blue alliances. Tell us what's going on down there. We see both wind turbines working right now.
Yeah, so we see both wind turbines working right now. You're right. The match is 1 minute and 40 seconds in the plane. We have China, Jordan, Slovakia, Guinea Equatorial. The Blue Alliance seems to have the advantage now.
So in a 9-point game, it is tight and it is to the nose towards the end. These robots are all descending on that one area where they can pick up these fuel cubes, and then they're dispersing across the field to try to deposit some of those fuel cubes into the combustion plant for some of those much needed and extra points, particularly in this tight game. We got a minute left. Let's take it down to the field. Oh, never mind, we're not going to be taking it down to the field. I guess we're going to be going to the interview right away. So Carlos, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it from TE Connectivity. The ability for us at First Global to get some of these sponsors behind this event is crucial to its success, especially not just in the financial component, but just in the show of solidarity that you guys have in being here.
Absolutely. I think that it's a great opportunity for TE Connectivity Foundation to be here. Initially, we thought that we were going to inspire the kids, but we get inspired by the kids. It's amazing all the energy that we have seen today during the whole day. And one of the reasons that TE Foundation is looking for support these programs is because we have a bunch of engineers in our fields. We have 7,000 engineers right now in over 150 countries. So you can imagine this is a perfect scenario for us to identify those future engineers that we are looking for.
And look, the fact that you've got thousands of engineers at your disposal means that they come from all corners of the globe, as you mentioned. So there are people in those trenches doing the very, very difficult work of making sure that they are being inspired into this field.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the thing that, these kids have the opportunity to interact with other countries, with other colleagues and other cultures, it's essential for us because we are a multicultural company. So, this is the first step for them to get involved in the engineering, how it works, and also how can they develop the strength that they have.
Well, early on you had mentioned the two-way street, essentially, of trying to teach the kids and inspire them, but then being inspired as a result. That two-way relationship is so important.
Absolutely. When we knew that we were coming here, I was thinking, okay, how can I show the kids why this is important? How the technology is improving from years to years, and believe it or not, I was thinking a couple of years ago, when you think about music, for instance, we used to have tapes. We have to use CDs, and now we have thousands and thousands of music in the same device. It's something similar to this kind of, challenges. And First Global is making possible to bring all the kids together, and they have this exchange of information, of aspiration, and other way to see the contest.
And a common theme that we have across all the people we've been interviewing is that there is this first time.
Yeah.
There's the first time.
Yeah.
And right now, unfortunately, even though we'll come back to this interview, I got to make sure that we're focusing on the host country because Mexico currently is participating and playing. They've got 2 minutes left. If you can wait with us in the booth, we'd love to ask you some more questions. You'll get a behind-the-scenes look at what we're doing right now. So Team Mexico is who we're following right now. Looks like they're having a little bit of difficulty on this field. In that last minute and 50 seconds, we've got about a 15-point difference between these two teams. So it's anybody's match at this point. Take us down to the field.
Okay, so we got Team Mexico with 4 solar panels. 4 solar panels already got put up in the solar panel array. The other alliance is having trouble with the connection. We see Team Saint Lucia not being able to connect, while Team India is getting another solar panel to the Red Alliance station.
And so that solar array is now getting filled up. You see that 5th panel being issued by that Blue Alliance. So every second that happens, they're going to be accruing 5 extra points, so increasing that spread a little bit more, almost ensuring themselves of the victory. But we do know that the resilience of this red team in this Red Alliance makes it very much a match that either team can win at this point, especially with this much time left to play.
That's right, team, but Mexico is now putting 3 cubes in the upper goal in the combustion plant. You hear all the cheering.
I was going to say, you can see them nodding their head too in an affirmation that they're doing the right thing and trying to close that gap.
Right, their Lions goes for another 3 cubes in the upper goal in the combustion plant. And they got 2. Let's see if they have the other one. Oh, he's so close to entering. While Mexico is going for another blue cube to go put in the competition.
That Mexican bot has a full belly, and it's going to unload it right now in that top goal. We get 3 of those extra scores that happen again. We're getting thumbs up here from Carlos as well. Understandably so. There are a lot of people in the stands right now that are really vying for this team. They're in full support of the work that they're doing.